You know, the self-improvement videos you watch and the books and all these people, it's all fake and it's all very unuseful. So what happens when you want to improve yourself, you start to listen to the videos, successful people, buy all the books and start to do some work every day. It could be half an hour of reading, it could be a video on YouTube, it could be anything. And you think to yourself, you are doing great, you must be doing great, surely you're doing something every day. Here is what I realized: we all have few of these self-improvement books stacked on your desk or next to your bed, but how many times have you actually achieved what the book claims that it can help you to achieve? Yes, exactly, nearly zero. And I'm talking about the vast majority of people here. What actually happens that these videos and the books numbs you and makes you believe that you are taking action and you are doing something useful, but in reality you are not. You are doing zero useful things. End of the day, we all know what we need to do, all of us know, but it just sucks doing it. And here is what you need to do, from my humble opinion: dump all these books, dump all the videos and the self-help material, and start taking action, the action that you know you need to do. We all know what we need to do, it's just hard. It's hard doing it. Of course, I'm not suggesting here that all books are not useful, especially if you're trying to learn something professionally. You can't just guess your way into learning a profession or something like trading or whatever. But as long as you actually learning it and applying it and taking action. But otherwise, these motivation videos, motivation bullshit books, they eventually lead you to the same outcome of achievements, which is a big fat zero. I know it's too far in the video, but I am doing my 10 miles, last 10 miles tab, 45 pounds rucksack, before my parachute regiment event next Saturday, 28th September 2024. But I thought I can maximize this 10 miles and do something productive out of it. Of course, not that the run itself is not productive, but I can do two things while I'm doing one thing. It gets very narrow and awkward here, but I like to train using the hardest terrains possible, so I'm having an easy time when it comes to the actual event. Back to the subject. So you have something that you want to do and you know what it is. Just make a plan, write it down, write the steps to do it, and start taking action, doing small steps. It could be as simple as just writing the plan, putting dates for when you're going to do the first step, second step. It doesn't have to be that structured, but any step is better than reading bullshit self-help video or book. And of course, there'll be minority of people who reads the motivation books and actually do something about it, but we all know it's rare. And let me make it clear, I'm not the most motivated person all the time. Well, even when I was doing it professionally, wherever, at any part of my fitness career, even now as a top level PT, I never feel 100% motivated all the time. I just do what needs to be done, and that's what matters, because this is a long term. Motivation is great when you're feeling it, But what when you're not feeling it? As an example, I did not feel like I want to do this 10 miles today, but that's irrelevant because me and my stubborn brain know that it's gonna be done. So there's no point of delaying it. It's just gonna make it harder for myself because it's gonna end up being done anyway. So why don't you just get on with it? That's the type of conversation I have with myself pretty much every day. That's another thing that comes as a surprise to most people, because they think as a fitness professional I'm motivated all the time, which is wrong, because I'm only motivated 10% of the time, 20% of the time in best case scenario. So I'm here to tell you, when you feel like you can't do it and you don't want to do it, nothing wrong with you. It's only something wrong with you when you actually don't do it and listen to all the stupid thoughts. And it's nothing to do with loving fitness or loving your body or not. I still don't feel motivated. Do I not love fitness? I don't even need to answer this question. I left a whole massive career and an accountancy degree, which I have it already, to get into fitness professionally. So there's no doubt about loving fitness or not. But it's nothing to do with that. When you feel unmotivated, it's just your body, your brain choosing the simple and easy stuff for you. Because that's how your brain is wired. Your brain is never gonna encourage you to get up and do 10 miles. That's not what it's wired for. It's never gonna encourage you or tell you it's normal to jump 10,000 feet off C-160 plane. That's not what the brain for. So understand it's normal and act accordingly. Whenever you get these stupid thoughts, you go, fine. That's the brain job. But my job is to do it irrespective of what the brain says. Well, I've got 4.5 miles to go. Around that time usually, I start to get the question and ask myself the question, why are you doing it? And you got to be prepared for this question. But my answer usually to this question is to shut up, because you don't have to answer this question. You can just be no comment, stupid brain, or inner bitch. Sometimes it's either of them that ask this question. I believe everybody have those two, and it's up to you to let them take over, or take 70% over, or 1%, or none. That's up to you. Last mile thoughts. That's usually when it starts to really mess up with me. But here's my thoughts. If I can just keep putting one foot in front of the other, I'll arrive. You were thinking I have a magic solution, right? Or I'm gonna tell you something magical that all of a sudden gets you motivated. But unfortunately, that's just how the game works. Here you go. That's your motivation for the day.